And after I graduated, I decided that I wanted to get into long distance running. And so I started training for a half marathon and noticed as I was running that my legs would start to get like a tingly, numbing sensation, almost like your foot is falling asleep. And then if I kept running, my legs would go completely numb. And this was so weird to me because my entire high school, college career had never really had an injury. And then seemingly out of nowhere, I was dealing with this numbness and pain. And so I went to see a sports specialist doctor, a physical therapist, and they both said, you have what's called compartment syndrome, which is an inflammation and blood circulation issue. So basically, what happens is the muscle fibers that surround the muscles in my legs never expand when I'm working out. So there's nowhere for the muscles that are enlarged and the extra blood flow to go. So the blood flow will get cut off to my legs and they will go numb. And I had actually heard about compartment syndrome because my college soccer coach had it, and it's extremely rare. So the fact that he had it and I was used to it in that sense was kind of strange. But my doctor sat me down and said, well, you have two choices here. You can either quit running altogether forever, or you can get surgery on both of your legs, and each leg will be a 6-month recovery time. So you'll be out of working out for a year. And I was kind of dumbfounded. I'm like, I was just a Division 1 athlete. I feel like I'm young and healthy and in shape, and this can't be happening to me. So they said that it's largely because the distance running is so repetitive with no stopping. Whereas soccer, you're stopping and starting, and yes, you're running really far, but you're also cutting side to side, so you're using different muscles. But the repetitiveness of distance running is what triggered it. So I thought the same thing. I was like, I've been running my whole life. I've just never hit these distances before at one time. So that was kind of the diagnosis and what they told me. But I was training with my aunt at the time, and she's a really great marathon runner. And so she knew that I was dealing with all these symptoms. And after I told her what the doctor said, she told me, you should become gluten free because I'm gluten free. And it was for her, it was because of digestive issues, but it was brought on by marathon training. And she said, maybe you'll feel a difference. You might feel better overall. Maybe it'll help all those headaches that you normally get. And so I was pretty desperate at the time. And so the following Monday, I completely quit gluten, cold turkey. And I remember my first trip to the grocery store, I suddenly was reading every ingredient label and I was horrified at what they put in our food.
It is crazy.
And it is crazy. So initially, I was just checking for gluten if it had wheat in it. And then suddenly I'm noticing all the sugar and all these other ingredients that I don't even know how to pronounce. So it was a huge wake up call for me. I've always been a big meat eater. Growing up, we always had some sort of meat for dinner. So I found that that wasn't all that difficult. So in the beginning, I was eating a lot of meat, a lot of fruits, a lot of chocolate, a lot of ice cream. But I was also trying out all of the different gluten-free alternatives. So I bought gluten-free bread and gluten-free bagels and gluten-free muffins. And I specifically remember buying gluten-free brownie mix and gluten-free cookie mix because I've always been a baker. And I was just really unsatisfied with a lot of the gluten-free options out there. So I transitioned mostly to a paleo style diet. So lots of
Mhm.
meat, nuts, seeds, excuse me, veggies. And that served me well. I should mention that once I became gluten-free, it was within 3 days I could run normally again.
Whoa.
And it was honestly life-changing. I mean, my whole career in life right now is based on being gluten-free. So, but yeah, it was that quick. And I think that was just years of my body just wanting to be gluten-free. And I finally listened to it. And so almost immediately, my life changed and I could run again.